Faves and welcome back to my channel, and this video where we're gonna talk about glittery highlighters. I feel like this is like a paria, that's what we say in Sweden, paria? It's the unmentionables of the beauty community. Everybody hates a glittery highlighter but me. No, that's not true. I do see people loving a glittery highlighter, but I feel like a lot of people hate them. Really hate them. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a video about how to apply glittery highlighters, and maybe some of you will see that my application method with glittery highlighters is so different from your normal application of highlighters that maybe you can give them another try if you have one at home that you're like, ugh, hate this, and just see if my application method is better than what you had before. I think someone came home. The cat woke up. Ah, it's a circus! It's a circus! Okay, so the cat went away and we can apply something. So I'm gonna show you, first I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna apply a glittery highlighter, and then I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite glitter highlighters in case you were interested in trying something, or in case maybe you already have some of these at home and you can be like, oh, okay, so that's what she is talking about when she's talking about the glittery highlighter. I am gonna apply this one on my cheeks. This is the Dream Glow Kit by Anastasia. This is definitely a glittery highlighter. Mine is very well used, as you can see. I've used this a lot, I really like it. I am gonna use a bit of this Regal. I'm gonna use Regals on my cheek, and I'm gonna use it with the technique that I see a lot of people use on one side of my cheek, and I'm gonna use my technique on the other side of the cheek. I hope that this makes any sense. I'm gonna use the Morphe M500, the fluffy brush that used to be everybody's holy grail and still is a lot of people's holy grail. And then I'm gonna use the one that I like to use, which is a High Cheekbone Highlighter by Sigma F03. These brushes are pretty similar, but this one is more dense. It is a bit pinched, but the biggest difference is that this one is dense and this one is fluffy. See if I can... You see that this one is very flimsy and fluffy, and this one is more dense. I know that Anastasia has a similar highlighter brush to this one. Also, I know that Linda Hallberg, her brushes, have a similar highlighter brush to this one. They're very similar. Basically, they're just a bit pinched and they have a fluffy top, but they're still very dense, so that you can apply it and blend it, but it's still a bit more dense. So I'm gonna use this Regal with the 501 that I feel do not work as good with glittery highlighters, and I'm gonna apply it like most people apply glittery highlighters, which is just going in like this and just applying it to the cheekbone. You're gonna get a good result, but you're gonna get some glittery particles that just fly around, and you're not gonna get everything to really stick to your cheek. So now I'm gonna use this one instead. I'm gonna use the same shade, and I am gonna go in on the cheekbone, and you see this is more dense. So I'm gonna go in on the cheekbone, just as much product as I used on the other side. I dipped twice. And I'm just really buffing this in, because I can't really buff it in on this side because this one is so dense. So really buff it in on this side, and then I like to take my big powder brush, like just the one that I use all on my face, and I like to go over a glittery highlighter like this, just to get rid of the glittery particles that just didn't want to stick to the skin. And this is the way it looks when I buffed it into my skin. You can see how it looks. And this is the side that I used the other brush. You can see it's not as blinding, because the glitters in these formulas, if you get them to stick to the skin but really buffing them in, they will give you that glass-like finish, like that super pretty glow. But if you don't have anything dense enough to really pack them into your skin, they are not gonna look as pretty, and you're not gonna get that wet glass-like finish. It's just gonna be... It's not going to be as pretty. Let me put it like that. It's going to be sparse glitter particles, but if you buff it into the skin, those really bind together and give you that glass-like finish. And I prefer that, obviously. So I'm going to do that on the other side as well. I think that it's... Do you see how the difference now? Oh, so pretty. I basically think that the best way to apply glittery highlighters is with a really dense brush, and really buffing it into the skin, and then going over with a powder brush and just brushing off the glittery particles, and there you go. That's basically it. I like having highlighter here, and I like to have it on my chin and a bit on the bridge of my nose. So that's how I like to look. And of course everything gets better with a bit of setting spray when you have a glittery highlighter, because that's going to get everything to really stick on the skin. And I personally, like now looking in the mirror, I don't see any glitter particles anywhere on my skin. I'm also going to talk about, like, this is one of my favorite palettes. Maybe I can zoom out a bit. Ah, there you go. Can I turn the autofocus off? Okay, because it's always better to have it off when you're scooching out of it. So I feel like this is one of my favorite glittery highlighters, and also the Aurora kit. I love the Aurora kit. I think it's so good. This one looks like this. It's very well used. I really love this one. I think it's so pretty. This is a beautiful blush topper because it's got that pretty pink one. But actually, like this one, the Eclipse, and this one has some glitter particles in it. But if you use this technique, it's just going to look like a glass-like finish on your skin. It's going to look super pretty. I also love the Felicity, the Super Shock Chic Glitter by Colourpop. This one in Felicity is so beautiful. I've used this so much. I could even... Let me put some more on. I think that this is so stunning. This one is the most like glass-like finish like you're ever gonna get on your skin. I love how this looks, and this is even more glittery. But this is so pretty on your skin. I love Felicity. And the Felicity is a bit more glittery than the Dream Glow Kit, so this one fits best on your cheekbones and not anywhere else. This is a perfect cheekbone highlighter when you're going out, which I actually am. I love how Felicity looks. They have another shade as well, a more purple one, but that doesn't look as good on me, and I hope they come out with more shades in this series, because I could definitely see myself using more glittery highlighters. Same here. If I want to make sure that I don't have any glitter particles, I just go over it with a fluffy powder brush and just make sure that I brush it away, just like you would brush away fallout when you're doing eyeshadow. Another glittery highlighter that I love a lot is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Show Gold. I don't know how the other ones are, but this one has a bit of glitter particles. This is a pink peach duochrome. It is absolutely stunning. It is one of my favorite pinky highlighters. It is so beautiful. It's like a golden peach pink duochrome. It is so pretty, but it does have some glitter particles. But if you use the same technique, you're not gonna have a problem with that. I also wanted to mention, I do have some glittery highlighters from indie brands. This palette is basically a lot of indie brand highlighters, but I wanted to mention two special ones that I really think are beautiful. Why do I have cat hair on my lips? Two highlighters that I bought from Vanessas Vanity. There are exceptionally good glittery highlighters, and these are the Cherry Slice and 6 p.m. I see the cat hair. Oh, I think I got the cat hair away. So the Cherry Slice is a pink duochrome, and the 6 p.m. is a peach duochrome. And these are very glittery, and they are like, oh my god, these are so beautiful. But if you buff these into your skin, you are gonna get the most amazing duochrome result. They are so pretty. Let me see if I can show you. They're just so pretty. This is the peachy one, 6 p.m. and this is Cherry Slice. I think that these are so pretty. And I mean, I don't talk that much about Vanessas Vanity, but if you're into glittery highlighters and you love duochrome highlighters, these two are really pretty. And these buffed into the skin and then some setting spray and then buffed even more into the skin, like second layer, would give you an amazing glass-like finish that is so duochrome and pretty, and I really like it. Like this 6 p.m. I should use this more. This is so beautiful, like a fiery peach. Oh, so pretty. I really like these, and now I'm putting it on my pants. But those are some of my favorite highlighters. I also like I really like the highlighter formula from Kat Von D. That is a very glittery formula. I know a lot of people don't like that. If you use this technique with her formula, you will get a really glowy glass-like finish as well. But if you don't want to support Kat Von D, here you can see some other glittery formulas in case you want to try some glittery formulas and you don't want to support Kat Von D. I will say though that this one is the most glittery one, but it's also the most affordable one. So if you just want to pick something up and try if glittery highlighters could be something for you, I would suggest trying this Felicity. But the most important thing is the tool. A more dense brush for applying the highlighters is a must. I like using the flat side to buff it into the skin, and then I use this one to really swirl it in, because I don't like having a stripe. I like it to be like more even application all over the cheeks, because I feel like that gives the best result. That's just personal preference though. I hope that this was somehow helpful. If you have any tips of your favorite glittery highlighters, or if you have any other kind of application tips on how to work with glittery highlighters, let us know down in the comments. It's always nice to exchange some tips and tricks and favorite products. I love reading your comments. I try to answer as many of them as possible, and I think that was everything for this video. Let me know down in the comments. Like I said, give me some tips and tricks, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!